Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. I'm Bogus Meat Factor. Hi folks. I hope you're all doing well. Happy Saturday everybody. Guys, we have a surprise. We have a surprise. Guess who's here? Guess who's here? Is it? It's Nick!
It's me, hello.
Oh, I forgot that I'm not. There it is. I don't know why it does this and it bothers me. It bothers me that when I don't click on you, you
can't hear me?
I can't hear you.
Oh.
It's weird. I don't know why that is.
Hear me?
Hold on, I'm gonna do stay on top. I mean, no, it can't see you. Like you're not animated. They heard you.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's weird.
Good.
Hi, Nick. It's good to see you.
Hi.
What?
Good to see you.
Nick,
I'm like 3 or 4 pounds lighter.
I know, and hair. Look at that beautiful coif. It's delightful. Unlike me, who refuses to get a haircut, and thus I'm starting to look like a really grizzled hobo.
I haven't been able to see you because you haven't put your video on for me.
Yeah, you can't see me. Oh, what you gonna do? Nick, what are we doing tonight?
Nothing. But I was gonna talk about my hair some more.
Tell me more about your hair, Nick.
Good.
Do you have a haircut
Thank
story?
you.
Do you have a haircut story?
No, it's literally just that I was sick of not being able to tell if my students were up to shenanigans because I had horse blinders.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
And
No.
so I always have haircut stories because the person who ends up inevitably cutting my hair is a strange person. What did they try small talk with you? Are you a small talk person at the haircut place?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I always go to like the Avita Institute or something. I let students cut my hair.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it, obviously. But like, what do they talk about? What is your conversations like?
I mean, you know me. I take that shit over. They get to hear all about me, and then I never have to see them again. So I get to feel cool, even though I definitely wasn't.
Yeah.
That is how that goes.
I told you about the BDSM story, right?
What?
The bondage story.
Apparently not, because I haven't any memory of this.
So my wife hooked me up with a yes
Bondageman?
yes
She made
yes,
you
a
another person's
bondageman.
gimp?
A bondageman, yes, a bondageman, yes.
A bondsman?
It took me to a
that-
bondageman to get my bondage, to get put into bondage, and to like a haircut place where they also would like do like a shave,
parties.
like a shave, and like
Sure.
fancy place, but it was like a men's place.
Yeah.
So I go there and like it's the strangest place because like you can get a special chair where you get to sit on like the body of a motorcycle, and like there's grown ass. It's like that for children. It's like a children's haircut place, but for men.
Ooh.
But I didn't have a special one. I'm not a crazy person who's like, I need to get my hair cut on a motorcycle. And so I'm sitting there.
Do they have like a cute little pony that I can get I can sit on like a little plastic pony and get a haircut?
Oh,
Put a
no.
little penny in it, like the
I know.
ones
Oh,
at Meyer.
Meyer. Yes, it's still there, Nick. Still kicking. Although it was funny, Nick. Side story.
I'll never go.
The little pony. What? You've never been on the pony in Meyer?
No. I'm just saying they'll never go. If they ever go, there will be riots.
No,
on the streets of
during
Michigan.
COVID. Sandy, the horse from Meyer. Meyer's a 24-hour superstore here, and they have.
This never occurred to me.
But so Sandy disappeared for COVID.
Because Sandy was a high-touch surf. No,
Yeah.
Sandy.
But here is the thing, Nick. Sandy did finally come back eventually, and like
She better damn
banners
well.
and signs. Sandy is back, and like Sandy's returned. Like, oh, everybody, get hype! Sandy's back. Are you ready? Like they were so stoked, and like just everywhere was like Sandy's back. It was wild. It was like a really great time. I loved it so much, and so the kids were very excited that the horse is back. The Benny horse, always there. It's like the guy at Costco who's like, I will fucking kill you if you raise the price of hot dogs. There's the case with Sandy. Like if you make Sandy more than a penny, and you get rid of Sandy, oh, you're gonna die.
It's not worth it, man. Sandy keeps the kids chill, and it also justifies the existence of a penny.
Yeah, and it's also
Like-
just an institution. It's like it also is a great marketing tool of like family, tradition, these sorts of things.
Yeah, it's really interesting how we take for granted that our lives are populated with these objects that we interact with in often very mundane ways. But the second that object is gone, the meaning of it to us becomes more apparent. Like the loss of Sandy, like legitimately. Yeah. When was the last time my butt had ever come anywhere near that horse? But I would be legitimately very sad if it were to be forever removed from a Meijer, a store that I haven't been to in actively years.
Yeah. No, ATM machines like Sandy, you mean the woman who runs the burger restaurant in Thimbleweed Park? Nick has no idea who that is. But I do.
I'm familiar with Thimbleweed Park.
What? You played Thimbleweed Park?
No. I got it on the Switch. Don't do that.
Did you play it?
Parts of it.
Okay.
I didn't finish it. Not yet. I got busy. I've been like kicking ass on Ring Fit though. I'm
nice.
Not sure if you've
I
seen anything.
Need that. I haven't looked at your numbers. I haven't been on my Switch in a little bit of time. But no, Sandy is a mechanical horse that you ride for children. That is a penny at our 24-hour superstore, Meijer, the local Midwest institution. And
Meijer truly has like spoiled me.
Yeah.
Because there just is nowhere near where I am right now that is open at like 4 a.m.
Or of that quality either. Meijer is the best.
No.
I love Meijer.
Meijer at 4 a.m. is the best.
Oh,
4 a.m. That's a trip, man.
It's anytime like, after 10 p.m. until like 7 a.m. That is when the weirdos come. And it's literally 10 p.m. on the dot. They start coming in.
It does make you question the quality of person you are, because you're like looking around and you're like, what weird like dystopian hellscape have I entered into? And then you're like, is this what I look like? Do I look like just an absolute fucking nutter butter walking around here?
Yes,
like,
you do.
Amongst the stoners. Yeah. Like, what is... I just wanted a pint of ice cream because I was having a bad day.
Ted Nugent hits the Meijer at late hours. That's when he goes shopping. Yeah, he does. He does. Jackson, Michigan, baby. Yeah. So, yeah. No.
Okay, I could be forgiven because that's in Jackson, and, like, nothing good ever happens in Jackson, Michigan unless you wear white cloth.
That's true as well. But no, back to my story. So I go to get my haircut and like a shave from this place. Lady's very nice. Like friendly, not trying to get anything out of me, not trying to be like, hey baby, how's it going? Not trying to do the weird flirt thing for tips or weird thing that's really awkward and uncomfortable that happens all the time over there. Anyways, and so she nicked me in the shave. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I am so sorry. And I was like, it's no big deal. I'm a masochist. And she's like, oh yeah, me and my husband, we're into bondage, or BDSM too. And I'm just like... and I'm just like... I use big words. I don't, that's not... Okay, this is good to know.
Well, there's this thing, madam. It's called hyperbole.
Yeah. Well, it's also just like I use elaborate words just because.
Well, yeah, but like it isn't beyond the pale for someone to be like
a masochist doesn't have to be necessarily into bondage or sadomasochistic relationships.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like as a term, masochism has been sort of neutered. Like, it still has some of its kinkier attributions. But, like, people say, oh, I do X because I'm a masochist, where, like, it's something benign and annoying. That, like, most people are like, why the fuck would you do that? That sucks. And it's like, oh, because, I like the pain. But it's not really pain, it's just an irritating little thing.
ATM Machine says, have you found the suspect yet? And who are all those people on the box cover? And who the people on the box cover were? That is to make the assumption that we have actually been remotely close to starting.
Oh, God, no.
No.
This is... Which, by the way, John, yes. I have some good news from today.
What's the good news from today?
My first Saturday that I missed, it's been 2 Saturdays, right?
Yes.
That's how many. That's the correct number.
Yes.
The first Saturday I missed because I was taking a test.
Oh.
And it took until today.
Yes.
For said professor to get back to me. And I have completed that course. So that course is now done. All
Hooray!
I have to do is ask the graduate advisor / head of my department to release my degree, and assuming nothing horrible happens, I should finally have that piece of paper.
Nice.
That piece of paper that I could have had forever ago if I just finished these incompletes, I now can have because I finished the incompletes.
This is wild. I had this thing all set up, Nick, and apparently Twitch has destroyed my cover art.
It's destroyed your cover art?
My cover art channel point redemption.
Destroyed it. What does that mean?
It's gone. Like, it deleted it from the channel, so...
Twitch, why don't you like fun?
Okay, 1 second.
Twitch doesn't appreciate fun.
How many faces?
Hey, Kuno, how you doing, buddy?
How many faces? How many faces does it take to get to the...
Also, hello, Lip. And Mike. And ATM Machine, just to get
everybody out of the way.
All of the...
Two,
yeah, let's just plow through those hellos.
There are 8 faces. Okay. I have Nick on top now, so it makes things a little more difficult. But let's see, 1,000. Oops, not 2,000. 1,000. And make it be 8. Blink. Bam, it's there now.
No.
It should be. Yes. Yes, it is there now. Okay, good.
Would you like me to look? I theoretically could.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. I'm gonna sneeze though. Excuse me. So yeah, we're gonna play.
Yeah, today I got a haircut and a master's degree.
Congratulations, Nick. Sorry, I didn't. My brain was juggling things. You got your master's degree now, finally.
Oh,
I'm
probably.
I'm proud of you, Nick. Now to get your doctor's.
Something else that I have to do.
Mm-hmm. Now to become Dr. Nick.
Yes. Well, I mean,
hi everybody.
Then I can have that feeling of inferiority on a plane when anyone asks, "Is there a doctor?" No, sort of.
Sort of. You got seed, and you have a problem with your seed.
How is he dead already? If he's dead already, I could study his material culture.
How long has he been dead? Like thousands of years? Yeah.
Thousands of years?
Preferably?
Yeah, preferably. I mean, I could still... I'm sure I could sort my way through a person's life.
Has his body been mummified by a bog? Like, we could do that. I could do that. Yes.
Does he or does he not have bones?
Ooh.
Bog bodies are so cool.
Bog
you become like a little purse.
Yeah.
Full of your internal organs, but not your bones.
Just gelatinized internally. A nice kind of corn husk on the outside and a beautiful gelatinous inside.
You're like the best fucking tamale that's ever been made.
Exactly. You're a super tamale.
You're a super tamale. Cut that bad boy open.
Yep. Oh, the juicy inside. Yeah. That's.
I mean, there's a reason why the Irish store their butter in the bog. Makes it better.
Makes it better.
It's like peak cannibalism is bog body.
That peat.
Oh, that sweet, sweet peat. I mean, I love me an Islay scotch. I love me an Islay tamale.
Yeah. Hot tamale, hot tamale, hot tamale, hot. Do you like tamales? Tepid tamales? No. I like hot tamales. Hot tamales, hot tamales. Hot tamales, hot. So, yeah. So now everyone, the Channel Point Redemption has been added to this. It's impromptu cover art. If you want me to add a face from the box art of this game, which you can see... 1 second. Okay, whoops. Woo. Hold on. Everything's a mess. Everything is a mess right now.
Indeed it is.
Bam.
Oh, and ATM Machine, sadly, no. They were two unrelated events. In fact, I saw the news after I had... Ooh, impromptu cover art is occurring.
Mike wants one. Yeah, there's the cover art there. You can see.
All right, so what was my task, John?
Your task, Nick, is to start reading the documentation while I do some cover art.
Oh, I'm doing the...
Yeah, so you have to read the documents. I'm going to pull up my
paint. All right,
paint.
So I'll go ahead and go to the introduction.
Okay.
So it starts off with the document called Murder and Modern Manners.
Okay. Tell me about Murder and Modern Manners.
I shall. The introduction to Murder and Modern Matters. Jesus. Murder can rear its head in the most inappropriate places. Weddings, cocktail parties, the theater. Oh, that's dark. John.
Yeah, Nick.
Where did murder most famously occur in the theater?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's pretty bad.
Even in your own home.
I'm going to just have this be front and center. Sorry, Nick.
Poor Abe Lincoln. Killers, it seems, have utter disdain for social convention and proper manners. Ironically, the most unfortunate aspect of a grisly murder is not the loss of a loved one, but the burden of social responsibility and proper behavior the survivors must bear. There are questions of etiquette, accusations to make and deny, puzzlement about proper dress, and ironclad alibis to fuss over. The potential for social blunder is immense, unless, of course, you are prepared to meet the challenges with finesse and sensitivity. Read Murder in Modern Matters. Modern Manners.
Modern Manners.
Modern Manners.
Modern Manners.
Why is that so hard for me to say, John?
Can do a warm-up with me, Nick. The tip of the tongue, the lips, and the teeth.
The tip of the tongue, the lips, and the teeth.
Yes, the tip of the tongue, the lips, and the teeth.
I'd like to touch.
I'm making
the tip of the tongue,
Dracula
the
right
lips,
now.
and the teeth.
Okay, quiet. I'm making Dracula right now.
Oh, I can't be quiet. I have to read.
This is terrifying. I'm terrified by this. Okay.
I am reading.
Oh,
Bora.
that's way too.
Borosif.
Brocephus. Brocephus.
Brocephus. The best of the frat Jewish historians. Good old Brocephus. Survived the Maccabean revolt.
You'll survive the Maccabean revolt. Don't worry.
Anyway, so read Murder and Modern Manners, and you'll be in complete command of even the most vile affairs. You will waltz through the proceedings while others crawl and weep. You will learn to integrate the dark underbelly of the criminal pathos into your subconscious. You will learn to deny even the most well-founded accusations. You will slander your own best friends without compunction, and should circumstances deem it necessary, you will learn to graciously accept life imprisonment without remorse and without parole. JDW, October 84.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Chapter 1, Accepting an Invitation to Murder. I didn't get a master's degree in speaking.
No, this I know. This is true. I knew this.
It's actually a little shocking because my job is to speak for like 8 hours. Not
I know.
all the way through, but like there's a lot of speaking and teaching. Oh God, some part of me wishes it was speaking for 8 hours all the way through.
That would nice,
that would
right?
almost be nice. Like if they could just be like little robots that listen to me, wax poetic about cells.
Oh shush. Nick.
But no, they have agency, John. They have agency and have to be like enriched. And yeah, you have to like treat them like they're human beings.
Quiet,
which is
Nick.
Truly.
I'm attempting to draw with paint, okay, with a mouse.
And it appears you're doing rather well. And
Really?
You're doing better than I would.
You would agree?
Yeah.
Is it as good as the artist who did the box art?
I mean, sure. ATM Machine says. ATM Machine says John Wilkes Booth was actually the less well-known brother of famous stage actor Edwin Booth. I didn't know that. I believe there was some prior connection between Edwin and Abraham Lincoln. Have saved him.
Oh yeah.
Edwin Booth and Lincoln. Yeah. There's like some prior familial relationship. Yeah, Robert Lincoln, good old Bob Lincoln, saved Edwin Booth's life. ATM Machine says that he was basically the mid-19th century equivalent of Billy Baldwin.
Oh.
And he also states of
that hurts.
Brocephus. I think he wrote Antiquities of the Bruise.
Here's my attempt at doing a nose.
He did indeed. That is quite the wordplay, sir. So back to this lovely murder.
Back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
To the music, the moment.
Is
that the only Eminem song you are like aware of? How many Eminem songs are you aware of?
13.
Is that an accurate number, or just one that you thought would be amusing?
Yes, to both.
What nonsense is this? says Sakura. Hi, Sakura. How are you doing?
This is me doing art.
Indeed. Mike Clam says, if we get enough redemptions to cover all the faces, can people do additional ones to add you and Nick's faces into the box? Yes. Yes, I commit John to that now.
Okay.
I think the Literate Pixel podcast needs a new piece of cover art. And it'll be this.
There's the Mom's Spaghetti. Mom's Spaghetti. Palms are sweaty.
It's good to see you too, Sakura. So we're reading about how to be polite during, causing, post a murder. So we're in chapter 1 of Murder and Modern Manners. Chapter 1 is accepting an invitation to a murder. The thoughtful guest. An invitation should be answered promptly in writing using the third person. For instance, you, Mr. Charles Edwards, would reply, Mr. Charles Edwards, thanks Mr. and Mrs. Armstrong for their kind invitation to the ghastly murder to be held at Armstrong Manor on Saturday the 30th of June, and has great pleasure in accepting. This formal reply is often accompanied by a more personal handwritten note that could be included in the envelope with your acceptance. See, why a written reply? The importance of punctuality. You, of course, John, do not want to be late to a murder.
No, of course not.
Because then said murder might not take place.
That's not okay.
That's not okay. What if you're the one meant to be murdered and you're not there? That's just rude.
So rude. The rudest.
Or, worse yet, what if you're the murderer? Like, come on, man.
No,
Get your shit together.
Well, that's the thing, though, is that, like, murder's expected at that point, you know? But, like, I don't know. I'm trying to draw Dracula right now.
And you're doing the best.
Am I?
That you can. So, since you may be the unfortunate guest of honor, your presence might make the... actually, it's making the exact joke I made. Hey, I can be funny.
You are funny, Nick.
Your presence might make the difference between a fabulously successful homicide and merely a great party. Under no circumstances, however, should you reply using the pre-printed card that accompanies the invitation. It only convinces the host of your pedestrian upbringing and propels him or other guests towards more heinous behavior on the night of the party. Why a written reply? In recent years, the telephone has nearly eliminated the courtesy of a written reply. This is wrong. A written reply, especially a fond note, gives blood-hungry investigators a bit of meaningful physical evidence. For example, the victim might be found lying dead with your note in his pocket. And if you've made that note temptingly personal, as suggested in the first part of this chapter, you've assured yourself the distinction of prime suspect. Something like this might be nice. Dearest, I long to see you again. There has been too much between us these past few years. With this note, you might be perceived as an old lover with a vengeance. Or the police might infer that your sweet message was enough to drive an already distraught victim over the edge, making suicide a viable possibility. Ooh. Now, had you replied with a simple telephone call, none of this would have been possible. There would be no scathing rumors, no heated court battles, no allure. And clearly that is rude.
All right, there we go. Dracula's done, Nick.
Dracula is done. Do you want to pick up for special considerations, or should I finish chapter 1?
Finish chapter 1. Mike cheered a bit. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike, for the bit. Thank you. Thank you for the penny. That is definitely, definitely worth it.
Oh, you're out of stock of Compliment Nicks?
I'm out of stock on Compliment Nicks. What do you mean? What?
I clicked Compliment Nick, and it's out of stock.
I don't agree with this. That's not true. It can't be.
Barely can be.
Compliment Nick?
That's how that makes me feel. Once you've opted to attend the party,
no, it's a cooldown timer of 10 minutes, which means that somebody redeemed it at some point here. Did someone redeem a Compliment Nick? No. I don't know. It says try again. Liv's fixing things for me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kuno. Thank you.
Yeah.
Nick, I'm going to compliment you. Your hair looks very, intensely sexual.
Ooh. That's what I'm going for as a school teacher?
Yes.
No, John. But I'll take a compliment.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
There you go. Mike really wants this cover art, and Mike, I don't think it's going to happen, my friends. I'm just saying. I think it's just going to be you. It's just going to be you, Mike.
So, once you've opted to attend the party, some background work must be accomplished.
Okay.
Make your acceptance known among your friends and neighbors. Yes. Describe in detail your past tempestuous affairs with the host or hostess, real or imagined. Visit a gun shop and purchase several boxes of ammunition and inquire lovingly about that little snub-nosed 38 that would be great to have around for special occasions. Make it clear that your intentions for attending are more complex and sordid than anyone's reason for attending a party could possibly be. Put tantalizing images in people's minds, and you've assured yourself a sensational headline in the following day's newspaper. Model citizen turns killer! Imagine if you were forced to bear the embarrassment of unflattering press coverage like this. He was a perfectly normal fellow, quite quiet and a bit of a wallflower.
Ooh.
With a bit of pre-planning, you can have your neighbors describing you like this. He was absolutely dashing and reckless. We called him Hollywood. Some of the stories he told me about his love affairs were quite racy. An exciting fellow. I guess he just had a side to him that most normal people never experience.
Yes.
That could be you, John.
That was beautiful, Nick. That was beautiful.
You could have a side to you that is racy.
I did not hear a word because I was focused entirely on drawing Dracula. So I'm going to assume that it was very informative.
It was quite. Would you like to take over chapter 2?
Sure. ATM Machine says Hollywood is a reference to Infocom employee Dave Anderson, who had that nickname. He is the one who did Hollywood Hijinks. Oh, nope. Lifted cover art, so I gotta do that. I gotta do more. We're going back.
Ooh.
It's time to... who am I gonna paint next? I think I have to paint Wolfman next.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of in the foreground. I have to do the front ones first and then the ones behind them, so...
Now, be careful that when you're doing Wolfman to leave a little space, or if we get the full cover art done, to have me macking him.
Well, he's on the far left, though, Nick, and, like...
I know, so just, like, scoot him a little to the right.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? So, like, the paint... I have clearly not... We've got room. Because, like, I made Dracula pretty small comparatively to the overall size of this cover art. So I think that we're going to have room to insert ourselves, I think. So
there just needs to be room for me to nuzzle a Wolfman. That's all I'm saying.
You just want to nuzzle? You want to nuzzle?
I just want a little... I'll accept some tongue action.
Yeah? You will?
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah.
Okay. Well,
look at him.
Well, Nick, he's all the way over there. You know, he's on the left side, far left side. All right, continue with chapter 2.
Neckwear.
Oh, I don't know how I'm going to draw
so this is chapter 2.
He has no lines.
To wear.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, he's shorter than.
So this is what to wear to your murder, a murder that you plan on participating in.
Okay. Oh my god.
Neckwear. The most important part of a man's outfit is his tie. Besides its utility as a strangling tool, it says not only who you are, but how much abuse you're willing to take. Hey, I love ties. Ties are great. Finely crafted silk, while appropriate at most parties, can be detrimental to a murder. This becomes painfully obvious when a detective arrives and grasps you firmly by the tie in preparation for beating a confession out of you. Most law enforcement veterans prefer suspects to wear heavy, wrinkle-proof rayon Dacron blends that won't look tattered and shop-worn after a session of serious interrogation.
Mike wants to know how long this documentation is. It's very long, Mike.
It's quite long. I will say this is some of the most pleasurable feelies. Some of the more pleasurable feelies.
Yeah.
That we've had. I'm having a hoot of a time.
I'm having so much fun with paint right now. I'm so stressed out. I'm so stressed out. I'm like, this doesn't look anything like this. Oh god, I'm not an artist. I want to stress that I am not an artist though. Like, I'm not an artist.
Are you sure you nailed that Dracula, bro?
Did I? I think I did too. Okay, I think I did too. I'm proud of myself, my accomplishments there. I really am.
Ties were invented by French aristocrats, so they have something convenient to blow their noses on other than their sleeves.
Oh, nice. Makes sense.
It also is convenient when you're dragging an aristocrat to the guillotine.
It's also very convenient when you make a very skinny Dracula.
Flush him out a little bit.
Yes.
Actively better than anything I could have produced.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm glad.
Should an officer clutch your expensive but frail Solka Silky, or even worse, a clip-on, and jerk it vigorously, it may come apart in his hands. The policeman then becomes disturbed and severe. You're inviting a kick in the shins from his canoe-sized insulated oil-resistant clodhoppers. A fate that can be avoided by a few minutes of foresight when choosing your tie. We're not trying to avoid a beating. We're just trying to limit it.
Yes.
The suit. Like tie selection, the choice of a suit is a matter of practicality. You'll be spending quite a lot of time on the floor of a cold jail cell, rolled up in the fetal position, so you'll want a suit that is both warm and durable. Convenience dictates a wash and wear 3-piece business suit. You may be wearing it for 48, maybe 72 hours in the slammer, so get something that will look fresh when they take you to court for the arraignment. Dark colors, usually burgundy or chocolate brown, are good for hiding cell grime and blood. No well-bred suspect can afford to wear anything less. And lastly, John, a man wants to wear some smart shoes. High-top Naga hide?
Yes, Naga hide, yes.
What is Naga?
It's a type of, it's a material.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I'm unfamiliar with this. So anyway, high-top Naga hide wing tips are both functional and stylish. The steel-toed models, while sometimes hard to find, are ideal for self-defense in the lockup. They work as well as policemen's clodhoppers, yet they add an element of sophistication to even the most mundane outfit. Again, color is important. A burgundy or dark brown masks bloodstains, much better than a pair of suede saddle shoes.
Yeah. That's.
Oh yeah.
This is fantastic.
Aw, there's a face.
Yeah, sort of.
It's coming.
We're getting there.
We're getting there.
This fancy jerk it? Says Mike. What are we jerking? What are we jerking, Mike? What's happening now? I'm making a wolfman, okay? Shush, everyone, shush. I'm focusing on making a wolfman, alright? He is the most intense wolfman you may have ever seen. Oh,
you didn't need to make a wolfman, John. You had a wolfman the whole time. He's
the
right
wolfman,
here.
The wolfman was a part of you. God.
The wolfman.
The wolfman cometh.
Don't go looking for a wolfman outside of yourself.
You know, I practiced. I did do a little practice, and my wolfman then was a million times better than the wolfman now. It's so bad.
Actually, I sort of like your take on it. It's very like jackally.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a jackal-wolf man.
Oh, Mike said that the documentation made a comment about a tie that sounded inappropriate. Inside you, there are 2 wolfmen. It says ATM machine.
That is true. Chapter 3, what to wear. Women.
Oh, yeah, see, like, this is, oh, God, the head size proportions are so wrong. All right, let's go.
No, they're just right. They're just right. Don't worry, buddy. You got it.
Big, long
you got this.
snout that's kind of ribbed. It's kind of weird, right?
Yes.
And it flares out a little bit.
Jewelry. Nothing catches eyes and turns heads like a vault of rare gems worn by an attractive woman. However, when there's a murderer about, the last thing a woman wants is attention. One need only consider the violent ends met by such diamond-studded beauties as Tsarina Alexandra and Marie Antoinette. Here again, let form follow function. Let the lessons learned by others serve as your precedents. When you seek to make a statement with your ornaments, say it with paste. The gaudier, the better. Fake opals the size of walnuts. Brooches that resemble peanut brittle during a nuclear meltdown.
Did you say brooches?
It didn't spell it B-R-O-A. Brooch.
You're a brooch.
I don't. Is that how it's normally pronounced with the 2 O's? Is there an alternative spelling?
Yes, that's brooch. It's brooch. 2 O's. Yes.
English is a dumb language.
Yes, it is. I apologize. I am not.
Okay, so
not good at this.
brooch does have 2 spellings. That's fun.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, there's also BROA. Like broad.
Yep, Alan Kober is actually an award-winning and prestigious artist. It's certainly a cover when we're getting there. Let's just get them all hairy now.
So, wearing the brooches that resemble peanut brittle during a nuclear meltdown, any Cub Scouts arts and crafts project, gimcrack. Are you familiar with that word?
What is what?
Gimcrack.
Is this on the thing?
Or gymcrack.
Is this on the thing?
Yeah, gymcrack.
Chapter 2?
Chapter 3.
Chapter 3? Well, you're on Chapter 3 already? Jesus. Where's this at, jewelry?
Yeah.
The violent ends meet by diamond-studded beauties, says Arena Alexander. Right, here you go.
Meltdown, any Cub Scouts arts and crafts project.
Is this in shoes or no? Where's this at? Still jewelry?
It's in jewelry.
Oh, gymcrack. Yeah, I don't know.
But I've never heard of Jim or gimcrack.
Oh, his ilk. Oh, huh. I have no idea what that is either.
Like, is that like bric-a-brac?
Yeah, maybe.
Like tchotchkes?
Maybe.
Anyway. Too long overlooked by the trendsetters of high society is de rigueur, as regards the lady for whom being the hit of the party is secondary to getting home in one piece. Not only will your gewgaws encourage the killer intent on robbery, they'll prove more effective than mace and repulsing any jealous ex-lover, scorned admirer, or sex slayer with even an inkling of fashion sense. Remember, when you prefer not to make the society pages at the expense of making the obituaries, junk jewelry is a girl's best friend. Shoes. You can't run very swiftly in high heels, but then you can't kick very effectively with sneakers. A sensible solution is to seek out a pair of Italian designer jogging shoes. These combine a comfortable flat crepe sole with a toe that resembles the tip of a cross-country ski. And lastly, the evening dress. When selecting a gown, never underestimate the suspicious nature of the authorities. You may be accused, arrested, and even taken downtown for a sun-tanning session under a very powerful heat lamp, so dress accordingly. Most women prefer something that gives them an innocent, demure look. A loose-fitting wrap or chemise is comfortable and cool, yet it belies the presence of the high-powered weapons that many women like to carry in metropolitan environs, the perfect solution for the occasion.
Oh, very fancy.
Indeed.
Alright, I'm almost done. I'm almost done with Wolfman. Almost done with Wolfman. I think I've got this.
We're on chapter 4. Conversation, interrogation, incarceration. Opening conversational gambits. The first art of a good conversationalist is the ability to put people at ease. Once you've accomplished this, you can begin to make a good conversation. Your job as a pacifier and confidant is doubly complicated by the victim's knowledge of his or her impending doom. How does one allay the fears of a hapless murder victim? You might start with a flourish of lighthearted foolery. Try hiding in the coat closet and scaring the daylights out of the victim as he opens the door to hang his coat. Or try a more conventional and earnest approach. Explain who you are. Good evening. I'm Charles Edwards. I'm an emergency room surgeon. Have you ever been in an emergency room on Saturday night? Now that you've got the conversation started, let it follow its natural course. Practice is the best way to polish your conversational skills. Many beginners have difficulty at first, but rest assured, it's not really as important.
You don't need to speed through this, Nick. You're doing
think.
a great job. You don't need to speed through this. You're doing just fine.
I'm not speeding through it. Does it sound like I'm speeding through it?
It sounds like you're speeding through it, Nick. You don't need to speed through this. You're doing a fantastic job.
This is just the pace at which I read, John.
Oh, I see.
After all, the victim will soon be dead. So if you fail to calm his fears, it's not going to matter anyway. Aww. He looks real cute, John.
Thanks, Nick. I'm trying real hard. I'm trying real hard.
way better than I thought you would. I feel like a dick.
Why? What do you mean? Why do you feel like a dick?
Because I underestimated your ability to do this. Like, it is... I think you're doing a spectacular job, buddy.
Oh my gosh, this is so terrible. It is so terrible. I love it.
Nah,
I love it so much. And then I gotta draw you
gorgeous
at some point. This is fantastic. I love this.
I mean, he looks a little like a pig man, but
he's a wolf man. He's hairy. He's
the best damn werepig I've ever seen.
That's more hairlines. That's more hairlines around the eyes. There you go.
Interrogation. Chatting with the police. Yes, sir. Authorities, like royalty, should be treated with deference. Always refer to them as sir, ma'am, officer, or your highness. All questions should be answered with a humble yes, sir, or no, ma'am, and only under the most stressful situation should you direct questions back at your interrogator when a gun is pointed at your head, for example.
Yes. Yes.
The art of a good conversationalist is the ability to lighten up the atmosphere at times like these. There are a few simple and time-tested rules to follow. 1. The order of questioning should start with family-related matters. 2.
Lip says that the Wolfman's gonna oink at the moon. Lip, I'm glad this is your Wolfman. This is your version of Wolfman now. But like, if you look at the box art, hold on. Let me pull up the box art for you. Oh, finally it shows up. That's ridiculous. Let's see. Let's show you. Let me show you. If you look at the box art, look, he's got this weird ridgy nose, and it's like a long snout. It looks like a pig's nose. I did his nose justice, okay? All right, sorry, where were you, Nick? Sorry, continue.
No, you're fine.
What chapter?
1, the order. I'm still in chapter 4.
Okay.
The order of questioning should start with family-related matters. Once the ice has been broken, the subject should be either sports or sex. 3rd, never ask authority figures about their jobs or salaries. This is considered déclassé and invites additional charges of bribery and slander. Lastly,
you talk about sports or sex?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you move on from family-related matters straight into sex.
What? Okay. How many chapters are there since Mike?
Sexy sports.
There's a lot, Mike. Hold on. So this is chapter 4, and then there's this thingy here, and then we got this, and 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 then this.
You're welcome, Mike.
Oh, Mike's like, okay, yep, we're filling it up with more art. Okay, thanks, Mike. Okay, let's just, all right, hold on. Let me fix the thing. Put paint back up. Continue, Nick.
Yep. Approved. Is that allowed? Is the fellow streamer allowed to pay for your suffering?
Oh, is that what you did? Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, you're welcome, buddy.
Mike says, so the game's not being played at all tonight? Nope. In the cover art, the Wolfman's nose reminds me of a mandrill baboon. See, there you go. Next up is the Sheik. We gotta make a Sheik, Nick.
I mean, do we not think that we'll get to the game at all?
I think we will. Maybe. If I... I should have put a timer on the art. All right. Let's get to the Sheik.
So
he's about right here.
A proven example. Imagine for a moment that you have been arrested by the police. You are face down on a plush ballroom floor. The officer's knee rests firmly on your kidneys, and his .357 Magnum is pointed at the base of your cerebellum. Light conversation might improve your situation. So, sir, I trust that the wife and young ones are doing well. He jabs the nose of his gun deeper into your skull. Don't be alarmed. You've broken the ice. They'll move on to the next subject. Say, officer, I'm certain you wouldn't be, you couldn't have missed that slugfest of an Orioles game last night. The magic has begun to work. Watch as the officer takes his gun from your neck, grabs it by the barrel, and cuffs you firmly across the kneecap with the finely oiled walnut grip of his beloved pistol. There now, you've managed to get even the most ruthless authority to drop his gun from its threatening position. You've played him into your hand, and you're on your way towards a close friendship with the person who, only a few moments earlier, was a bitter enemy. Patience, practice, and perception. Nothing can replace these 3 keys to successful conversation.
Mike says in the cover art, Mike says that meant the gigantic amount of documentation that's preventing the game from being played. Yeah, Nick, come on. He's not talking about me having to do the art. What were you thinking? Of course he's
What's happening?
Nothing. He's talking about how there's a lot of documentation.
There is quite a lot. But we need you to make the cover, so...
This is true.
This needs to happen.
As I attempt to
Comfortable
make the cover art.
Incarceration. The gang's all here. Let your memory drift back to the days of youth. Whether you're a man or woman, from the city or country, you must certainly have fond memories of the long summer days of your childhood. Prison is a throwback to those long-lost days. You never have to work if you don't want to. You can play basketball and lift weights all day. And when you need to the close companionship of a friend, there is always someone there, someone who sympathizes with your plight, someone who will set you up. A good prison is just like a poorly run summer camp. The secret of successful incarceration is connections. Upon arrival, you should watch the other inmates closely, see who dominates and who submits, then align yourself with the bullies. You'll always be assured of the best food and drink, and the best seats in the house for inter-prison boxing matches. Prison projects. After 2 or 3 years in a maximum security prison, you'll become more reflective. You've got time to kill, as they say, and you'll want to develop some of those skills that you never had time for as an overworked free adult. The key to selecting the right pursuits is to choose those that show the greatest signs of rehabilitation, or those that will supplement your meager weekly income as a licensed plate maker. Poetry can be a wonderfully sensitive medium for expressing your remorse and anguish. The study of law will help you improve your oratory skills, a clear benefit when you make vehement pleas to the prison parole board. Writing books can also be quite rewarding. The first 8 editions of this book were all highly successful and sold particularly well among guilt-ridden liberals. But
thank you, Mike, for the bit.
What was that?
Mike gave me a bit for my art right now. For my delightful art that is just absolutely causing me an excessive amount of stress.
Is this part stressing you out because it's mildly racist?
No, not at all. Not really. No, not at all. Not just
okay, good.
Sorry. It's not just me at all. Sorry.
I will say, like,
yeah,
the vague outer layers of his clothing is looking quite nice.
Thank you. Just go. It's flowing. It is flowing. It's a good stress. I want to add, a good prison is just like a poorly run summer camp. Says Lip. He added the quote. That's fantastic. Thank you. No, I'm having fun. I'm enjoying this thoroughly. I am just not an artist. I'm just not an artist, but I'm doing my best.
More an artist than me, bud.
Oh, thanks, Nick. You're the best. You're my best friend, Nick.
You're my best friend, buddy.
Aw, body. Yeah,
body.
I know where we're gonna. I know where we're gonna put our self inserts at now.
Where?
We have room to spare. All right, now time for the face. We're going to move on to the face now, Nick. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm going to carry on reading.
Carry on, my friend.
Perhaps the wisest choice is painting. Prisoners are perceived as having great depth of repressed artistic genius. There are literally thousands of deep-pocketed dilettantes who are willing to pay a fortune for prison art, especially if the work is being done by prisoners with a background of violent crime.
This is great, Nick. You're doing a fantastic job. I have to say, Nick, that your quality of reading is as good, if not better, than my art.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I think you should. That's a compliment, Nick. That's a compliment. This guy has an enormous nose.
But you've been insulting your art, John.
No, not at all, Nick. You have a great reading voice, and I love it.
He does have quite the schnoz.
He does have quite the schnoz, doesn't he?
Open the door to the manor house on Ashcroft Farm and step into a world of elegance, deception, and murder. From the crystal chandelier in the dining room and the magnificent fieldstone fireplace in the main ballroom to the sumptuous leather-volumed library, you're taken aback by the timelessness of this century-old southern mansion and its grounds.
It's a terrible nose.
Everywhere, there are antiquities and mementos of Ashcroft's illustrious equine history. Here, some of the nation's greatest thoroughbreds have been sired. Mr. Cyrus, Stampede, Veronicana, and others. But on this Halloween night, there's something different about Ashcroft's atmosphere.
Ooh.
It's murderous. You're a newspaper reporter and a friend of the hostess. You've come to party with the world's most celebrated personalities, politicians, entertainers, royalty, power brokers, and the idle rich. But now the evening has been spoiled by a deadly interloper, and fingers are pointing at you. You have but a few hours before you're arrested. Fail to prove your innocence, and you'll be convicted of murder and imprisoned. There's precious little time to unmask the homicidal guest or guests, and if you fail, you've got a lifetime to ponder your mistakes in a maximum security jail cell at the Maryland State Penitentiary. Go ahead, enjoy the party. The table of contents for your manual is on page 11. Read it to find out what you need to know before you start the story. I will say, that is like... We have a timed element. That's cool.
And we're also not the detective.
We're not a detective. We're one of the accused. Like, it's sort of got a little bit of a, not in the accused sense, but in the finite amount of moves sense, a suspended feel.
Yeah. That's going to be great. I'm going to feel really great about this one then. A timed element. Is that all of the... Nick, did you read all of it?
No, not yet.
Okay, keep going.
There's a newspaper called the Maryland Rambler.
Oh, that's a big one.
It has a sign of the times. The state breakups changed the face of Maryland's past. And the headline is, "There goes the neighborhood. As suburbia spreads out, Maryland's blue bloods move on." Oh. On the first Saturday of each month, privileged equestrians from Montgomery and neighboring counties gather at the Eaton Hills Hunt Club, dressed in scarlet coats, white cravats, and black velvet bowlers. What was that?
That was me.
Oh no!
Messing up my paint
bucket.
Oh god! That was me messing up my paint bucket.
Put the chic in blackface.
I did not mean to do that. That was an accident. It's fine. We fixed it. It's fine. Damn it. Damn it. Okay, come on. Close the gap. There you go.
At precisely 8 a.m., a copper horn sounds a muted but distinct tone. Is it tune? No, it was tune. Signaling the hunters to mount their horses. On cue, 40 eager hounds sing out their own baleful music. Pulling eagerly at their chains, they too are ready for another Eaton Hills fox hunt to begin. "Very soon, all this will be gone," says former Maryland Senator Daniel Horn, standing in a dewy field on a crisp October morning, presiding over this Saturday's hunt. "Only 20 years ago, the Allison Club, a formerly thoroughbred farm, now defunct, bordered us to the east, and Sharp's Hill lay to the south." Horn points off to the south, and one can see the roofs, John.
The roofs.
Did you know that houses sometimes have hooves?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's not right.
They are odd-toed ungulates.
You're an odd-toed ungulate. I take offense by that, good sir. You are an odd-toed ungulate.
Anyway.
Hi.
Hi, John. This text is so tiny. Can I zoom in? I can. That helps.
Baba Yaga's house has talents, says Lepilikos. ATM Machine says, honestly, your Wolfman is better than the one on the box art, which is kind of an indictment of the money Infocom spent on it. You might be true. It might be right. I think you might be right.
1 second. Where was I? There it is. Horn points off to the south, and one can see the roofs of homes interspersed through groves of oak and pine. There are not a lot of homes, but inexpensive homes, but homes nonetheless. There are not a lot of homes, not inexpensive homes, but homes nonetheless. There we are. Reading's hard, John.
Reading is hard sometimes, Nick.
There was plenty of acreage and plenty of solitude then, he says. But now, look at it. There are too many people, too many houses. In a few years, we'll be staging hunts in people's backyards, or not at all. The Allison Club, Sharp's Hill, and a handful of other private sanctuaries for the rich, once sprawling farms of hundreds, even thousands of acres, have been replaced by planned communities, as club members derisively call them. Estates formerly belonging to some of the nation's wealthiest families have been transformed into 2- and 3-acre plots for the upper middle class who have graduated from the fashionable suburbs of Bethesda and McLean to the more pastoral climes of Montgomery County. New projects in this part of Montgomery County by no means cater to the impecunious. Prices for new homes start at around $250,000, which back then, holy fuck, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money
and
in the 80s.
Go to over, I mean, it's a lot of money now, but it's...
In the 80s, that's like, you could buy yourself a cheeseburger with that. I got it.
Buy yourself a cheeseburger.
I didn't. Hold on, there's still more. There's so many.
I buy that for $1, John.
That's a great movie, by the way. It still holds up as a classic.
Yeah, it does. Still, the old and sometimes intractable super rich find it hard to coexist with their new neighbors. Begrudgingly, many of them move on, and as they go, they leave more and more of the old estates open to new development.
That's my best face yet. That's my best face yet.
I mean, it's damn good.
That's my best face yet.
Real estate developers, such as Montgomery County's William Cochran, a firebrand entrepreneur who buys land from the wealthiest and sells to the wealthy, have adjusted comfortably to the new order that the past 10 years have wrought. Sitting behind the wheel of his vintage 1938 Dodge Woody, overseeing the survey and division of his latest acquisition, the old Stewell House, he seems oblivious to the slow-boiling controversy that surrounds him. It's very simple, says Cochran. My clients are looking for a few acres in solitude. They don't need half a county. 1 or 2 acres will do. So they come to me. I have a dozen properties now under development. The people who sold me this property sold it because they grew weary of fighting the inevitable. They realize how close DC has become. They know that property is worth a fortune. They know more and more people are coming, like it or not. And they know if they can't get used to having neighbors, they're gonna have to move. They're gonna have to move, John.
They're gonna have to. Hash, how are you doing today, good sir? Earl of Chesterwick, welcome. You guys have just been watching me do art while Nick reads the manuscript. We are recreating the box art for Suspect. As you can see, it's perfect. If you want to see what it is supposed to look like, hold on, let me show you. It's supposed to look like this here. It's supposed to look like that. Yeah. Ooh, it's a looker, man. It's a process. It's a process, okay? It's an artistic process.
Keep throwing coins at it so he finishes.
Yes.
Am I not showing off the haircut now?
Not now, no, because I had the art over you. There it is, Nick. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Oh, you got nice little trim in the back there. Look at that. You look like
a little hair in the back.
You're really showing off your white nationalist there, Nick, with that.
No, I got the whole undercut. It's undercut in the whole section, not just half. Whole thing.
It's beautiful, Nick. It's beautiful. How's it going, Audio Eric? How are you today, Earl? It's so good to see you all. Yeah. So
also, don't give the undercut to the white nationalists. Queer people have had undercuts for generations.
Yeah, fun fact, Kyle Katarn had that haircut in storyboards for the FMV in LucasArts Jedi Knight. Earl says, tell Nick that his beard is looking exceptionally fierce and robust this evening.
Oh, I also trim my beard, so...
Oh, very nice.
We've had quite a lot of work done.
So there is a point redemption for those who are just joining us to do an impromptu art piece. And so if you want to add another face to my recreation of their art, pop in the thing while Nick does documentation reading. He should be almost done. You should be almost done.
I'm nearish done.
Nearish done.
Yeah, so Cochrane has no romantic illusions about the Maryland Hunt country. He plays a numbers game, and he often, I have to back out 1 second, and he often wins. But lately, Cochrane is beginning to feel the heat of a handful of old residents who refuse to be bullied and bought out. A group of old money landowners has formed a coalition to save what's left of the Hunt country life. They are making no concessions to Cochrane and others like him. Their weapons, money and influence. The old money. 1980 census records indicate that Montgomery County's median household income is just over $70,000, compared to the national average of $20,000. This makes Montgomery County one of the 5 wealthiest areas in the nation. Interestingly, the greatest concentration of this vast wealth lies in the hands of perhaps 20 or 30 families, like the Ashcroft Wellmans. The power and influence of this elite group of landowners extends far beyond the county line. Records on file at the Montgomery County Courthouse list at least 9 influential national legislatures. Continued on page 117. Do we have page 117?
Yes.
Is that real?
I don't know. Yeah, or we have not started the game yet. We are just reading the documentation, the feelies
appear to be true,
and attempting to. Then maybe not. Like I don't know. And
so
then,
there's an ad,
recreating art.
Or no, there's another there's a little opinion piece here by Watson Lytham, in a section called "The Keyhole." Veronica's Bash. What is Halloween without the pumpkins? Asked Veronica Ashcroft Wellman as she surveyed the unloading of 1,000 of the 30-pound orbs onto the front lawn of her verdant Montgomery County estate.
Okay, I can do this.
Oh, what are we drawing now?
I'm drawing the masquerade lady.
Oh, masquerade.
Masquerade.
Keep her faces on parade.
Keep her faces on parade. Masquerade. Can you sing that song? Sing that song for me while I do this, please. I need your support right now.
Raid lyrics, fine.
I'm redeeming a Nick Sings for this. This lady has an unusual... Oh, her neck is so large. I made her neck so large. It's gonna be this. It's a dick. I just made it.
Masquerade. Paper faces on parade. Masquerade. Hide your face so the world will never... Oh, God, I can't do that now. Find you. Nope, not good. Masquerade, every face a different shade. Masquerade, look around, there's another mask behind you. Not doing it. How does this go? Flash of mauve, splash of puce, fool and king, ghoul and goose, green and black, queen and priest, trace of rouge, face of beast.
I promise it's gonna end up looking like the person. I promise it's going to look like the person. It's not going to look like the person. This is a botch. This is a botch.
Why do I not remember this part at all?
Oh God, this is a botch.
Can you not back out?
No, we can never back out. This is it. We are locked in, Nick. We're locked in and her eyes now. She's got sharp eyes. Okay, sharp eyes.
She looks a little bit like an anime character.
I know she does. It's fierce. She's fierce.
Anyway, back to reading.
Did you do
we were talking about pumpkins put on a yard.
Pumpkins put on a yard.
Yeah, so the annual ball, a 110-year-old Ashcroft tradition, draws hundreds of dignitaries from the worlds of art, business, and politics. Last year's guests included Senator Lance Duncan, actor Robert McCarran,
this is amazing,
Katerina Ostrovsky of the Metropolitan Ballet fame, and British Ambassador Sir Sir Edward Black.
You don't
And
say.
if Veronica has her way, this year's party will be even more spectacular. It promises to be second to none for sheer opulence.
So she's the one who did it.
Mm-hmm. Guests will dine on the rare delicacies of French Nouvelle cuisine, prepared by Master Chef Louis Leclerc. Of Washington's Ma Maison Restaurant. That just means my
restaurant.
That just means my house restaurant.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Ma Maison is my house or mansion, I guess. It could. No, it means house. It just means house. Yeah. Okay. It is where we get the word mansion from.
Oh shoot.
I wonder if that's a similar sort of linguistic thing as like the difference between pig and pork, or cow and beef. Because the word for the animal is always in the old Germanic tongue, but the word for the actual food, which would have been more elite, we used the French-rooted word. So like beef is boeuf in French.
Boeuf.
Because wealthy people are eating a lot more boeuf than the poor. Yeah.
We don't eat boeuf.
And after the Norman aristocracy takes over, and French becomes sort of the lingua franca of the wealthy. Anyway, what am I talking about?
I have no idea what the freaking frack you're talking about, Nick.
I was thinking about the word maison and mansion, and wondering if, like, how strong of an etymology is that actually?
So strong. The strongest, Nick.
Audio Eric says, I preferred Prima Donna to Masquerade. Furman and Andre were awesome. ATM Machine says, an observation made famous by Sir Walter Scott in the opening of Ivanhoe, which also established Robin Hood as part of the Norman-Saxon conflict and associated him with King Richard in popular culture.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
The more you know. Continue, Nick, please.
Okay, yes, where was I? Guests will dine on the rare delicacies of French Nouvelle cuisine, prepared by Master Chef Louis Leclerc of Washington's Ma Maison Restaurant.
Ma Maison.
Restaurant. They'll be entertained by the famous Foggy Bottom Band under the direction of Vince Goodman, who, by the way, was a longtime friend of Veronica's late father, Cyrus Ashcroft III. And they'll come bedecked? It's bedecked. I need to zoom in. I keep making the mistake of trying. Bedoofed in costumes that make Hollywood's most garish productions seem pale by comparison. To all this, add the setting of Ashcroft. The farm, a sprawling sanctuary of pine and oak forest and pasture land. They're really into the pines. Like that penis really gets them hard.
What? What does pine have to do with penis? Nick, what are you talking about?
The genus.
The genus
of
penis.
Pine.
The genus penis.
N-U-S.
The genus penis. Yes.
Penis.
The genus penis.
So that penis gets them hard, bro.
The genus penis. Yes.
The genus penis.
The genus penis. I got it. I'm reading it loud and clear, Nick.
The penis grows.
The penis grows. Let the penis grow.
Yes, yeah. It comes douche is shower, and then you have the French word doucher, to shower. Except for with douches in the English sense, you are showering the vulva with things that'll fuck up the pH.
This is true.
And it's potentially cause like actual problems. Yeah. Douche is the verb form.
All right. Wow. There you go. There's my lady. That is the worst I've done so far. Worse than the Wolfman. It's worse than the Wolfman.
I don't know, John. Right now I'm thinking, let the penis grow.
Let the penis grow. Hold on, I gotta add some lashes.
I'm gonna plant a seed of a pine tree somewhere. Just walk around and be like, let the penis grow.
Yes, you're gonna plant seed and scream, let the penis grow. 6 cents, Nick. 6 cents. This is what happens when I stream with you.
Yep. Indeed. The farm is one of the county's last remaining colonial estates of this grandeur, and Veronica has maintained it in the finest tradition. I have a vested interest in this countryside, says Veronica. Once a year, I like to share the magic of this place with my friends. And what better time for magic than Halloween?
Ooh, yes.
Halloween!
Magic.
Paper faces on parade.
Nick is whipping out his peen. Halloween. Nick is whipping out his peen for it to be seen.
Oh, I'm sad because I couldn't hear lips. Darkness grows.
Let the penis grow. Thank you, Mike. Mike is just... I'm rolling in the bits right now. I'm taking that to Sandy, Mike. I'm taking that to Sandy. Gonna get a ride on Sandy with those bits. I love it. Thank you. I mean that genuinely.
So many. That's like 100 rides per bit, isn't it?
No, that is one ride.
One ride?
That's one ride. A bit is a penny. 100 bits is $1. Yeah. Well, it's a little more for people because they pay a little more to get bits. Just a tiny bit. It's the most efficient way using Twitch's services to do things the way they're supposed to do. Anyways, continue.
Magic may be just what Veronica needs because once the idle chatter has waned, talk is sure to turn to the sweeping changes that are afoot in Montgomery County. The director of Ashcroft Trust and a close personal associate of the Ashcroft family, Colonel Robert Marston, talked to our keyhole reporter about those changes. Of course, land is an issue in Montgomery County these days. Veronica makes no secret of her desire to stop the influx of new residents to the county. She sees it as being the only way of preserving her way of life. Why do I talk this way? No one quite knows. The many friends and relatives who will be attending this year's party are fully supportive of her position. They, too, want Ashcroft to endure as the tradition it has grown to be in the past century.
I'm proud of this,
That will
Nick.
certainly be
a
topic of conversation at the party.
I'm looking at it as a whole picture right now, and I'm very proud of my work right now. I'm like, you know what? That face isn't that bad. Oh, God, we're doing more. All right.
John, let the penis grow.
Let the art grow. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be...
at Ashcroft, regardless of the political weather, promises to be a grand old time. For how many more years that will remain true, one can only guess.
All right.
So they have an ad for a saddle. Our new eventing saddle. The tradition of English saddlery comes to life in this Supple's custom-crafted tack for the discriminating horseman. Which, I mean, to be fair, history has shown that horsemen after like the 16th century are quite discriminating.
You're quite discriminating, Nick.
Come in and see our new American-made eventing saddle. This saddle features a perfectly balanced seat made possible by our reinforced Entrecore spring tree. Available in different tree widths to meet the demands of every rider. Supple Saddlery, 11221 Old Church Road, Rappahannock, Maryland, 555-999-84.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm very. Let the portraits grow.
Oh, John, you have to fix something.
What's that?
Look at your Wolfman. Look at his lapel.
What about it? What about it? What's wrong? What do you mean? What's the problem?
There's only one lapel.
That's the case in the art too, Nick.
Well, ATM machine is being kicked off a cliff.
I mean, hold on. I guess it bothers me more that it should have the MS Paint rendition of the werewolf has only one lapel in its suit. Oh, hold on. I mean, I guess there's this, right? There's this right here, and then there's this here. I guess that's a lapel. There, is that better? Is that better? Are you happy now?
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Okay, so now...
In the Maryland, I mean, there is a non-zero chance that they're not.
That's okay. There's a non-zero chance. The lapels should be symmetrical. You tell that to the artist then. Where's his lapels? Right?
Well, I like that we're taking issue with the lapels and not like the green like face hugger.
That's her mask. That's her masquerade.
Masquerade. Alien sucking out your brains.
How am I gonna do this astronaut guy? How am I going to do...
Masquerade. Look around. No, you can't. You're dead.
Watermelon faces on parade. This is good. Nick, why do you have to be so busy on Saturdays that we can't do this all the time?
I had a test, and then I was behind because of my test.
Yeah. Excuses.
I should be caught up now.
Excuses?
The lady was just on an early 2000s Nickelodeon game show. It's fine.
It's fine.
I'm not convinced that those game shows were fine.
Yeah. You know what's funny?
How do you get something to be that green?
It's funny is when you said, like, oh, the lady was just on an early 2000s Nickelodeon game show. It's fine. So I've been talking to Mike Clam in our chat all the time. And every time now, because he says it's fine, like he says that a lot in our conversation, and so anytime I hear anyone say it's fine, I immediately just hear his voice. That's not a bad thing. Like that's just so when you said that, I was like, oh, that's a sentence typed by Mike, and it was not. I was like, oh, it's kind of disappointed. I was kind of sad. All right, now we got to get our colors. This is a rainbow. This is a kaleidoscope of mode.
So, in the Maryland tradition, John, Seneca
Yes.
Creek Estate, Montgomery County Estate of nearly 40 acres. The estate, circa 1824, consists of 2 brick federal houses with numerous 19th century dependency dwellings in fine condition. Ideal for the Why is everyone discriminating?
That's how
Is it
high
because of the
society
time
is.
period? Is it
Yes.
because this
Yes.
building was made in 1924 and it's being sold in like 1984?
Yes, Mike,
Is
do not
that
feel
the-
self-conscious about this. It is a thing that anytime anyone says it's fine, I just hear your voice, and that's okay, and that's fine. It's a good thing. I think about you. I think about you, Mike.
Maybe that's the thing that horrifies him.
The most.
Yeah, stop thinking about him. Ideal for the discriminating buyer in search of solitude. Price $2.5 million. Call 555-7721 or write Kings Point Realty, 1 Saddle Oak Square, Rappahannock, Maryland, 23393. Cool.
Okay.
This was written on October 22nd. That's the
How is my astronaut here doing? I think he's doing all right. I'm pretty happy with his.
He's very Ziggy Stardust from the color.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him like that. I'm gonna add some shoulders because I again made the heads all wackadoo. But there's our little astronaut, man, a little spaceman. I'm gonna add a little extra. We gotta do.
Lines. Some artists struggle with hands.
Yes.
You struggle with faces.
I struggle with the whole human body. That's what I do.
I can draw a mean amoeba.
But that's what his face is. The astronaut, it's just like a weird kaleidoscope reflection of like light. And yeah. Lip says, I think it's good to have identifying catchphrases. What weirds me out is when I say something that I think I say all the time and someone else acts like I never say it. I mean, zabadooba-dooba-da. Am I
John,
right?
You say that all the time.
I say that all the time.
Zabba-dabba-doo-da.
Look at this. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of my art. This is fantastic. This is going great. The more I do this, the better I feel. The more I do this, the better I feel about myself.
This is what your self-esteem needed.
Yep. We gotta turn this into a poster. We gotta upscale this into a higher resolution and turn it into a poster.
We have to find some way to make it like more parody, so that way
Our faces will be on there. Nick, I think I will draw your penis on the cover art, Nick. That's what I'll do.
Okay, cool. We'll draw a penis. We'll give the Wolfman a Douglas fir, and we'll put a...
Let me see how
we're getting some more impromptu...
Oh,
Jesus,
God. How far are you, Nick? How far? You're done now, right?
I have the back side, I think.
The back side? Oh, yeah, you don't have to read the...
Guilty until proven innocent.
I guess you can, if you want to.
You have walked into a hotbed of deceit and trickery, and now they're accusing you of something you couldn't have done, but they have proof that you did it. You're a killer, they say, and until you can prove them wrong, you're guilty as charged. Murder. Among society's upper crust, murder is the kind of nastiness that must be cleaned up quickly. So isn't it convenient that you, a struggling journalist looking for a good time and a good story, end up the scapegoat? The evidence is stacked against you, and you're being forced to prove your own innocence. And someone else's... This is so cool. If this pays off even sort of...
Right?
My penis will grow.
My penis will grow. Not on stream, please, Nick. Please, not on stream.
I mean, how much of my face or my body are you even seeing?
All of it. All of it right now.
Who was the, like, MSNBC, guy who...
Chris Hansen.
No, it wasn't Chris Hansen. It was MSN.
Have a seat.
Toobin, I think his name was.
Toobin?
Jeffrey Toobin.
Oh, he showed his penis.
He was a talking head who was like in a meeting and was masturbating in the meeting.
Oh,
and got up and
I remember that guy. Yeah. Oh yeah.
He let his darkness grow.
He let his darkness grow.
I really hope that before no one had ever associated that bit with the idea of an erection, and I really hope that from here on out, every time somebody clicks on that, the people who are here are gonna think about boners. That's what I hope my impact has been on the world. I don't hope that I have made people's lives better or that I have taught the future and the youth.
Thank you. Let's keep the light
expose
shining,
them
please.
To a love of science and learning. I don't hope that. I hope only that I have made it so that when people hear "let the darkness grow," they think about dicks growing.
Yes, that's fantastic. Thank you.
And I hope that is because of me. Big Mikey Ocho says, that's my secret. I'm always thinking about boners. I mean, that sex parody of the Hulk is quite good.
I do not need to know about your... I do not need to know about that, Nick.
Why not?
Not need to know about that, Nick.
Why not, John?
I'm trying to draw a safari huntsman right now, Nick, okay? I do not need to hear about that information. That is information
but John,
I do not need to hear right now.
But John... the hornier he gets,
yes, the more it grows.
The bigger and harder.
No,
it is quite niche.
Stop.
It is quite niche.
You're very niche right now, Nick. You're very niche.
Oh God! Oh, you're making the guy from Jumanji.
Yes, I'm making Jumanji Man.
Jumanji Man, Mr. Piss Helmet.
Mr. Jumanjiman. I'm Mr. Jumanjiman.
I love that movie.
Jumanjiman? Yeah, Jumanjiman's really good. I prefer the sequel, Jumanjiman 2, but...
Jumanjiman 2.
Have you guys seen Jumanjiman?
Are you referring to the Rock, the
no, I'm
Dwayne The Rock Johnson movie, or are you...
No, I'm referring to Jumanjiman 2, starring Robert Watson, Frederick Douglass, and Tuwanda Malfour. Jumanjiman 2. You don't know about Tawanda Malfour? Richard Watson? And
I'm not accepting your crap, John. There's no Jumanji 2 unless you count
there's
Jumanji
no,
the next level.
It's not Jumanji 2, it's Jumanjiman 2. Jumanjiman 2. Nick, you've never seen Jumanjiman 2.
Right.
I'm upset. I'm upset that you haven't
Stop
seen
it with your gaslighting, sir.
I'm upset that you haven't seen Jumanjiman 2, Nick.
That does not make the penis grow.
That does not make my penis grow. Okay, I've got to now figure out what do I draw next, because this man is intimidating.
You're guilty until proven innocent. I've already read this. Anyway, where am I?
Again.
Among society's upper crust, murder is the kind of... that's where we'll start. Of nastiness that must be cleaned up quickly. So isn't it convenient that you, a struggling journalist looking for a good time and a good story, end up the scapegoat? The evidence is stacked against you, and you're being forced to prove your own innocence and someone else's guilt. But no one wants to help you. You're an outsider, and only an outsider could be so rude as to accept an invitation to the social event of the season, then spoil it all. Get inside a story, get one from Infocom. It's like waking up inside a story. Load Infocom's interactive fiction into your computer and discover yourself at the center of a world jam-packed with surprising twists, unique characters, and original, logical, often hilarious puzzles. For the first time, you're more than a passive reader. You can talk to the story, typing in full English sentences, and that's loose.
What?
It says you can talk to the story, typing in full English sentences, and I'm like, I feel like it prefers you to be like, go north, which is technically a full English sentence, but it's not like, Shakespeare or anything. Yeah. I think the Bard would struggle.
You think so? You think he'd struggle with that?
I think he would struggle.
You think he'd struggle with Jumanji too? God, that's a sad eyebrow. I made a
Everyone
sad eyebrow.
Struggles with Jumanji too. And the story talks right back, communicating entirely in vividly descriptive prose. What's more, you can actually shape the story's course of events through your choice of actions, and you have hundreds of alternatives at every step. In fact, there's so much you can see and do, your adventure can last for weeks and even months. Let's hope not.
No,
that happened once and we hated it.
Yeah, no, we're not going back to Hitchhikers. Audio says I struggle with socks that slip down into my shoes. I always have to go a little longer for that, Audio Eric. It's a sensory thing. Like I have to have a very particular sock, not too long, not too short. It has to have a little something there, because otherwise it'll throw me off. It's a sensory thing.
I was wearing knee highs for a while.
Oh God. I couldn't do that. That's impossible.
It was my mother bought knee highs for Sabrina, and weirdly they fit me. But Sabrina did not want to wear them, and I was like, "Well, I'm not going to let good socks go to waste."
Yeah. No, of course.
So I wore some knee highs.
Hey, good for you, Nick.
Yeah, it made my calves look real nice, because I have like some pretty decent calves.
Yeah, you got these calves? You got these calves?
I got these calves.
You got these calves? I'd like a hot mocha latte these calf, please. You want them with Nick's calves? Yes, I do.
Blip. If you're a tube sock guy, you could be a knee-high guy. That's all I'm saying.
That's all Nick is saying. That's all he's saying, Lip.
That's all I'm saying, bro, is that you can be a knee-high guy if you're willing to just go a foot more.
A knee-high guy, as they say. A Nahai guy.
The Nahai guy met the Jumanji 2 guy, and then...
Yes, Jumanji... Did you hear about the Nahai guy who saw the Jumanji 2?
Is it weird that Infocom games have an ISBN number?
No, because they were sold on retail. At shelves.
No.
I gotta fix the eye. The right eye is bothering me. It's just
so we have a letter that says, Veronica, please call me ASAP. Don't do something you'll regret. Bill.
My lip is so messed up. Hold on.
We have the Washington representative from the desk of Earl Davis Jackson, editor.
Hey, Earl.
Since you've already been invited to this big society bash, why not go ahead and make a story out of it for our Sunday Living section?
I like it. Yeah.
From the looks of this article, there may be an angle that hasn't been covered. Perhaps the old Hunt Club types fleeing the onslaught of suburbia could play it either straight or humorous depending on what you get. Enjoy. Earl Davis Jr.
Are you ready for this, Nick, though? We got one major problem here.
What is that?
I have to draw another face. Oh, God. I made him have little tiny... There he is. There's his shoulders. I'm just adding shoulders to this man.
Looks like
I have
Einstein
to draw...
went on safari.
Oh, God. Undo, please. Oh, there it is. There's the scene. There's my mistake. My grand mistake. And no, it was not befriending you, Nick.
I mean, that is a mistake many have made and many regret.
Where's
Lip says, I'd go knee-high, but I'm also boring on socks. I have a couple of Argyles that are nice, but otherwise, it's just black socks. I struggle because I'm so hard on anything involving feet. That wasn't meant to sound like an innuendo.
Where's the seam on this? Oh my god, what did I do wrong?
But I tear holes in socks and I destroy shoes.
There it is.
I don't know why. I don't know if it's like a ambulatory problem, like the way I walk, or. Lip says that calls for an ad quote. Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna do a crazy move here, Nick. You ready for this?
Sure.
Oh, jeez, that's way too thick. How did we get that tiny?
God. We haven't left middle school, man.
No, we have not.
Okay. Oh God, we both. We both heard you say it, and we both
knew. We knew.
Oh, I didn't see that. Einstein in a pith helmet has a bit of a lazy eye.
Quiet. I'm fixing it. Okay, I gotta fix his eyes.
Or maybe he has like a little blood in his right eye.
Stop making fun of my Einstein. Okay.
It's a good looking Einstein with a lazy eye.
Shush you.
You should give him like straight black eyes, like make him a demon Einstein with a gun.
Yeah. I think I should.
Yeah. Give him red eyes.
No, I cannot do that. I'm not doing evil Einstein.
So this is a invitation that we received.
Yes.
Dearest, it has been too long since we have talked. Well, since we last talked. Please do try to come to the party. There are so many things I have to tell you. Until then, Veronica. Mr. and Mr. Michael Wellman request the pleasure of your company at the Halloween ball on Wednesday, the 31st of October at 8:30, Ashcroft Farm. I've always wanted to go to a murder mystery party.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so sad that those aren't really as much of a thing.
Yeah. Why not? What do you mean? Thank you, Mike.
Like, I've never had the opportunity to do that. That has not been a thing that I have ever observed.
Really?
Occur. I've been to Halloween parties. I've never been to a murder mystery party.
Oh, murder mystery. They've happened. I've heard of mystery. Yeah.
Audi Eric loves happen, but it's just like I feel like they're not. Maybe it's just too bougie for me.
You are pretty bougie, Nick. No. Halloween murder mystery parties are the epitome of bougie, though, Nick.
That's what I'm saying. Is that they are too bougie for me to go to. Like, no one's gonna invite my poor ass.
This is true. Yeah, no one is gonna invite your poor ass.
My poor hairy pigman ass.
Yes. Oh, jeez, I've totally botched his face. Okay.
We spent $65 on a cowboy costume with I can't read that. Lariat?
A lariat, Nick. A lariat.
What the fuck is a lariat?
Oh my god, you don't know what a lariat is?
No.
It's rope. It's a lasso.
Well, why not say a lasso?
I mean, it's not quite. It's kind of like a.
It's a rope used for a lasso or tethering.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, Nick. Come on, get it together.
I had never seen that word before.
You don't know this shit? What's wrong with you?
No, I don't. Weirdly, I don't know weird jargon that is specific to cowboys. I was never a big fan of that YMCA song.
No, you weren't in the Navy?
No. It also has a gun belt. That's suspicious.
Oh shit, we did it. We are the murderer. Damn it.
Fuck.
I knew
what
it.
was?
I knew it. I
remember
knew
with
it.
the witness.
I fucking
like
knew it.
Remember in the witness? I am so sad that wasn't like a thing.
What's up?
When I shot the guy and it just was like you act confused, all this stuff. I really wish that it said, "Oh, you solved it. You did it. You're the murderer." All the points. I think that would have been a funny.
You think so?
You don't think so? Like that wouldn't have made you laugh if that was like you have successfully solved the murder. You did it.
I think that I am gonna zhoosh these eyes. Oh god, I make them so big. I'm so scared to make small eyes. I'm so scared to make small eyes. I don't think I have the hand strength. Oh my god, I don't have the hand strength. Don't have the palm strength.
Every human being is just a tarsier. Just like an eyeball so large that they don't even have... The muscles are just there to hold them in place.
Giving her Spider-Man eyes. Oh god, this is terrible. This is terrible. I feel so bad.
Back out. Back out.
Well, we're done. This is it. It's over.
Abort.
We always get these weird curves. I just want to make a nice fancy up and down, up and down. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. That's a little better. It's so weird. This lady's eyes in this image. Okay.
I think the vampire did it. We have read all the things, by the way.
We have read all the things. Okay, I'm feeling a little better now with my eyes.
But we're still like 2 characters short. We have the definite murderer.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what the guy in the right is meant to be.
Now, Nick, you made a prediction early on about who you thought the murderer was.
Oh, it's the gorilla.
Yeah, because... What was that again?
There is an Edgar Allan Poe murder mystery where spoilers, an actual... like spoilers, if you don't want to know. What is it called? Let's look it up. I'm sure ATM Machine, I recall, knows, because I think he said it last. If he throws it in the chat before I successfully Google it.
How do I do this? Okay, let's get the bottom up first.
Murder mystery. Gorilla. It's the murders in the Rue Morgue. Yeah. Audio Rex got it.
There you go.
Yeah. By the way, John, if ever you come to Philadelphia, preferably before I do or do not leave, there is a house that Edgar Allan Poe lived in.
Yes,
that is a part of the. Yeah.
Yeah, my wife.
It's a part of the National Park Service, so it's free.
That's awesome.
Just roll in. The guys in there are super nerds.
I love this. Sorry, yeah. My wife would love that. She'd go nuts for that.
Roux is the base of gumbo.
Yes, you gotta make a nice roux. Hold on, can do shapes. No, that's not a good shape.
Right. God. But
let's fill this in.
Yeah, where the murderer was a gorilla.
Murderer's a gorilla, you say?
Yeah, it was a gorilla.
So if the murderer's a gorilla, you win something. I gotta put my pink in now. Let's fill in pink. There we go. Oh Jesus! No, god damn. Where's the? Oh, there it is. Okay. Where's the seam? Nick, part of the problem is finding the seam in this thing. It's just watching me draw these faces.
Oh, actually, no. It's not a gorilla. It's an orangutan.
You're an orangutan, Nick. Oh, her neck is so long. You know what? I like it. I like it. Eat your gumbo, Audio Eric. Enjoy. Rue is pronounced more like Ryu. Ryo. It's Ryo? It's pronounced like Ryo. All right, Nick. Can we actually start playing this game now?
Are we finished?
I have done all of the ones that have been requested, I believe. Yeah, yeah, 2 cover arts. Yes, I did 2 cover arts. I did 2 faces. Ryo? Oh no. Stop it, Nick. Well, what are you gonna do? Nick, why don't somebody do some Nick facts or something? Nick, talk to them.
I can vamp.
Vamp for me.
I can vamp,
I've got
baby.
2 more faces to do. We got 2 more faces.
Baby, I can vamp.
The gorilla and the Jester. I gotta do the Jester next.
Do you not think I'm entertaining, John?
I think you are the most entertaining.
I mean, look at I love her lips. Holy crap! You gave her she has the poutiest mouth.
Thank you. It's a little lopsided. Gotta get the mucilage. The mucilage? What?
Yeah, 1 second. I'm gonna have to mute because Sabrina's calling me. I'll be right back.
All right, there we go. See, Nick said he can vamp. I'm gonna vamp for a second. Hi guys. How great is this art? Would you have this on a shirt? Would you buy this? Put this on a mug? Would you put this on a mug? Which Ninja Turtle is she? She is Yellow NATO. Yellow NATO. You know the famous artist Yellow NATO. Would you buy this on a coffee mug? The suspect artwork done by me. The recreation. It's a brilliant recreation, I will add. This man is also this man's very pink. I might have to make his face pink. He's a very pink-faced man. Everyone else is they have little tiny tones of it, which I'm not gonna do. I'm genuinely considering putting this on a mug. Big Mike Coach says, "That's quite impressive. It's a lot better than I could do. It's arguably as good as the original." I'm very people are like, "What the hell is this?" It's like, oh, this is the recreation of the suspect art. The artistry is impeccable. Thank you, Earl. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's start working on the. We gotta make. What are we making next? Sorry. What's our next? Okay, so we gotta do the Jester next. Oh God, the Jester's kind of complicated. Okay. She's walking in the dark. Lorelai walked in and asked, "What is he doing?" Lorelai, I'm drawing. Okay. Sorry, that sounded mean. I'm drawing. I'm doing a great job too. I'm doing a great job. I'm very proud of myself. Have a wonderful night, Earl. Thank you so much. I'm sorry we didn't get too much gameplay yet. But, you know, we have to do these things. We have to do these things. Why must we do these things? It's entirely unknown. But still, we must. Let's see how this goes. Let's make this man's fat face. Okay. We got this. We can do this. We just do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I need to make this bigger. Bigger. This is... Can't possibly go wrong, right? Can't possibly go wrong. There we go. There we go. Even though that's not how any of this goes, I'm really trying to avoid as much as possible having to draw the gorilla. All right. Bandit mask. I can do bandit masks. Those are easy, right? Bandit masks are fantastic. Look at this little bandit mask. Look at, you're a little bandito. Look at you. Here's a little bandito. Okay. Oh, his eyes are... Oh, man. His eyes are so crooked in this art. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Let's do the eye. He's looking off to the side. It's not perfect, right? It's not just a perfect outline of his eyes. Look at this little dude. Is he the Frito Bandito? Because I want my corn chips back. I'd honestly say download an image of a gorilla and just scale it down and slap it on there. No ATM machine. We must be true to the spirit of the Channel Point Redemption. Okay. What's funny is that, like, yeah, I made a little crooked there, but, like, guess what he is? He's just a little crooked. Oh, undo. Let the darkness grow! Thank you, Lip. That is much needed at this moment. Okay. Let's get his stupid lips. Did we get both of these redeemed? Just one. Good. Nick just did one, so we've got just the jester to do. Okay. Let's get his stupid nose, because he is stupid and he has a stupid nose. It's just a big old fat nose. It wasn't me this time, it was Nick trying to be
I'm
lewd.
back.
Oh, Nick's back. Good. You were like, I can vamp, and then disappeared.
I know, it was very good timing. My Sabrina, we're taking care of some friend's cats, and for whatever reason, I thought she had already snuck her way back into the apartment, but she hadn't. And, Philadelphia can be a scary place at night, so she called for safety reasons.
Oh, okay. I'm glad that she's okay then.
Yeah,
that's understandable.
I commented to her that her timing was quite funny.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
From my perspective, as I was like, oh yeah, I was supposed to be helping him out, and instead I am silent. And then I was gone.
I can't do that. I have to do this legitimately, folks. Okay,
yeah.
Let's do this.
The second it lets me, I'm gonna get that last one. I'm getting my gorilla, baby.
You're getting the gorilla? Oh, don't do that, Nick. So can you at least vamp? Nick, talk about how happy you are to not play Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I mean, that I could speak volumes on how that pleases me. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was a game that made me think I hated text-based adventure games. Like, it convinced me that all of the fun I've ever had playing them was just wrong, because it was truly an egregious experience. It was so bad.
One of the worst things you've ever done?
Yeah, I would say so. I think the random components, while sort of clever for thematic reasons, is truly horrid for like setting expectations, because so much of a text-based adventure game thus far has been being able to tell what is, like, you couldn't tell what was and wasn't a failure. Like,
yeah,
if I didn't do this in this one go, then am I boned? It's out of stock. Why is it out of stock?
What's out of stock, Nick?
Lip, make it in stock again.
Oh, that means that it's done all of them. Then someone has redeemed all of them. That's what happened.
Okay.
That's what happened, is that we have successfully redeemed all of them.
Oh, so you do need to make a gorilla. A gorilla is owed.
Yeah, a gorilla is owed. I will pay my debts. Yes, he is a jester, but he is also a wizard who has a little.
He's a jester wizard. That famous funny version of
Sir Isaac Jester Wizard.
Yeah.
You know
Sir Isaac Jester Wizard next to Mr. Albert Einsteinian Gun.
Einsteinian Gun and Draculia.
Yeah. And like a woman straight out of a Mannerist painting. Have you ever seen Madonna with a long neck? Are you familiar at all with the Mannerists?
Madonna with a long neck.
Yes. So there's this movement of art post the Renaissance called the Mannerists.
Okay.
The Mannerists were really into so like the Renaissance we associate heavily with realism and that sort of thing, right? You want the physiology of the painting to represent the physiology of real people.
Yes.
Yeah. That the Mannerists are like, we're sort of bored with that. That bores the fuck out of us. Why is the door being knocked at? Do you not have a key?
She does not have a key, Nick.
She has a key.
I don't think that's the case, Nick. I think you're making it up.
Apparently not. So,
it's fine. Talk to me about the Mannerists. Just talk about it very loudly.
The Mannerists, John. I see.
Hi, Sabrina.
The Mannerists, they were into really fucking up the human body. That was their thing. They liked, rather than hyper-real, they liked... What? What was that? You said something. Yeah, Mannerist Eve is the best Eve. That is true.
Bronzino says, ATM, as you know, I'm wrong. It was Parmigiano. You know Parmigiano.
Real Little Parmigiano Reggiano. But they liked to twist and distort reality. So you have a lot of people, so they wanted the composition to be beautiful, but the people and the individuals within it to be surreal and have strange and unnatural proportions and to hold.
So like an AI
strange.
art.
Yeah. So that lady looks a lot like Madonna with a long neck, which is a famous painting of Mary holding her very weird proportioned baby Jesus, intentionally so, unlike the horror show that is like every baby Jesus painting prior to the Renaissance period, where they're all just fug ugly. Like they are horrid. Sabrina, there's a beer in there. Can you but can you also get the beer, please?
Beer me, barkeep.
Please? I know, but I opened the door for you. Anyway, so so she's got a long neck, and that's what that looks like.
Hey, so you're saying that I have the qualities of a great artist?
Yeah, you have the qualities of a great 14th century, 15th century artist.
That's fantastic. That makes me so happy.
Yeah. What is mannerism? Is it the 15th century?
I'm glad to know that that's the case.
Do I care? I don't care to look this up. I'm not an art historian. So
well, then what are you, Nick? Then what are you?
I'm a seed boy.
You do love yourself some seed. This is true.
Sabrina, that's mean.
What'd she say?
It's true, but it's also mean.
What'd she say?
She said, I'm a white man. I'm allowed to be ignorant.
A Time Machine says the Mannerists were generally 15th to 16th century, right, Nick? Right?
Yeah. 15. Yep. You got it. You're right. 15th, 16th.
I also know that Scooby-Doo can doo-doo.
Oh, I love the Bronzino's Venus, Cupid, and Folly. Who doesn't love watching an old man spy on incest? That's always fun.
That's called a Saturday night for me. That's a Saturday night. All right, time for the gorilla, and then that's it. We have done the art. The art is done.
There has to be like us tonguing somewhere.
No. That I will do that off stream. I was meant to.
Are you on camera? No, you're not. Would you like to look at this? I'm not on camera either. I don't think. Look at that. Look at what he's done.
Do you show what it's supposed to look like?
They all look.
Yeah, show her what it's supposed to look like.
Why do they look so concerned?
They can hear you.
It's a murder mystery.
It is a murder mystery.
I don't know what it's supposed to look like.
John, pull it up.
You pull it up. You had the website.
Oh, that's true. But she was looking at my phone.
Okay.
No, I can pull it up on my computer. Don't worry. If you're not going to cooperate. This is a professional outfit. Sabrina, I have the image for you. My dear, madame. There it is. So, like, I think he's doing a pretty damn good job.
Yeah, I like the guy in the middle with the big nose. I like his big nose.
The chic fella.
The
chic definitely. Yeah. That's definitely a white guy in an Arab costume, or at least meant to represent a white guy in a.
I like that it's not attached to the rest of his face.
I appreciate the lady with the face huggers. So John, looking at the image, her little tiara masquerade mask has like some red at the edges.
I don't want to hear anything about that.
You don't? Why don't you want to hear anything about that, John?
I know. I acknowledged. Yes. Oh Jesus. I acknowledge that. Yes, that may be the case.
I don't think anyone could see her because none of us are.
Yeah. No. I can't see her.
No, it's on camera. But there's a very cute cat who's very upset.
Oh, we're almost done.
Oh yeah, do little screams.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike, so much for this. I really appreciate everything that you have done.
Are you hearing little squeaks, John?
No, I have not. All I hear is gorilla right now.
All I hear is gorilla.
Yeah, all I hear is gorilla.
I was recently reading a book that I actually think has changed my perception of genetics. which
Yeah.
it was called What It Means to Be 98% Chimpanzee. It's actually a really interesting read. I forget the author.
There's my gorilla. There's the gorilla. There you have it. There you have it.
Look at that. Look at that fudging gorilla.
But compare it to the real art, though. Go look at it yourself. I wish I could do a side-by-side right now, and I really can't.
Why can't you?
I can't right now, Nick.
Why can't you do it?
Emotional.
You've done such a feat, John.
Hold on, let me save this. Save as.
Right. Good night, honey. I love you.
This is. Hold on. This is. What is this? What is this?
This is the closest we've ever come to having Sabrina on stream. If you had switched over the camera, she would have been visible.
Can we now stop this madness? Nick, you're back. You're back, Nick.
Am I?
I will add us and the rest of the art at another time. Can we finally play the damn game?
Why do you want to play the game?
We've done this now for 2 hours and we haven't even started.
I know, that was amazing. That's the most fun I've had.
Oh, you didn't have to do it.
I know. That's why it was so great. I didn't have to do shit.
I'm on camera, but I'm the only one in view of the camera.
Oh, Sabrina! The booze.
The booze.
Oh, you're not on camera. The booze.
She's totally on
Not
camera.
the booze.
Serena, you're on camera. Don't listen to him. It was a great way to wash out the annoying taste of playing interactive. That is the ATM machine. There you go. Friggin' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was the worst.
Huh?
It was the worst. I'm very proud of my artwork. I mean, if you want to see it again, there it is. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of this. I made this. Look at it. It's fantastic. I made this.
Sabrina's telling me to get my own damn beer, but she's doing it through charades.
Through charades. Get your own damn beer now. I'm using charades. Using charades. Anyway. Thank you, Lip. I'm proud of this. I'll put this on a coffee mug.
Are you ready, John?
Would you put this on a coffee mug? Would you put this on a coffee mug?
I would put it on a coffee mug.
Really? If I put this on a coffee mug, Nick, you're gonna buy it.
Wait, I have to buy it?
What if I gift it to you?
Yeah, I'd love that gift, especially if it has us like tonguing in the corner.
Mike says, "Can we have a redemption for future streams where you recreate other Infocom box art in MS Paint in a couple minutes?" Well, Mike, there might be a game that is an art game that it's like an artist simulator game, like Artist Tycoon or something weird like this, and where I'll be able to do lots of art. I might play that game.
Why don't we just go back, play Suspended again, and while we play the game,
I make a face mold.
People like have you vacuum form your face.
Yeah, exactly.
Take a hot sheet of semi-molten plastic.
Why not?
Drape it over your face and then suck all the air out.
Oh, I gotta get. Hold on, I gotta get Chisbort. Where are you, Chisbort? Chisbort. There we go.
Well, I'm gonna go get my own damn beer. And then we can play. I promise.
You promise?
I promise. There's a pinky in there. It's severed and removed, but it's present.
Mike says, I want a recreation of the Zork box art with the guy swinging a sword. Oh, that would be the Zork book art, right? Oh no, that was a different publisher. That's right, they had a different publisher do that one. You're right, Mike. That'd be good. Or yes, Mike.
Yeah.
Lip says, if he hadn't said it yet, it's so good to see/hear you again, Nick. We're just watching Nick wander around his apartment. What is he doing? What are you doing?
I can't.
You're such a large man. I love you.
It is quite funny.
I say this not being large myself, of course.
Sabrina may have been cleaning her face and then forgot which towel was hers and definitely wiped her face with the towel that I used to wipe my ass.
Yay! Okay,
not inside the crack, but you know, when you're drying the gooch and.
Oh, the gooch, the gooch cozy. The gooch cozy. Yeah.
When you like,
everybody's got
really
a gooch cozy.
Vigorously dry the taint.
Yeah, that's the Zestfully Clean move that I like to do.
Yeah.
You never seen the Zestfully Clean commercial? Zest.
God.
It's a soap commercial from way back in the day about people drying themselves off, and there's just the towel says zest on it. But like they're doing it in all really wacky ways, and like one is definitely the between the legs, like woo.
Oh, thank you, Lip. That means a lot.
All right, are you ready to read more, or I should read more since I did all the art. You did all the reading.
You want to read?
Yeah. It's Halloween night. Veronica Ashcroft and her mania for Halloween parties are putting new twists on a 110-year-old tradition. It isn't a very nice night for a party. The rain has been pelting down since early morning, but the weather hasn't deterred many guests. The ballroom at Ashcroft Farm is filled with oddly costumed visitors. The rather ridiculous Western outfit you are wearing was the only thing you could find at the costumers on such short notice, but it's out of place only for its relative sobriety and taste in this crowd. Ballroom, near bar. This is the south end of the ballroom at the bar. Elsewhere in this large ballroom, there are scores of other party guests, dressed in all sorts of outlandish costumes. On the dance floor are some of the older dancers. The band is playing Breathless. On the periphery of the room, small groups can be seen, discussing everything from politics to local scandals. The bartender's busy behind the bar, his only concession to the party. A small... domino mask. Samuel Ostman, enjoying himself hugely as a vampire, is here. Oh, vampire! Hold on. Pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and pants and boots and pants.
Isn't that an ad with a pig?
I don't
Geico
know.
Ad?
It's like a bit, some kind of.
I thought it was a Geico ad.
You're a Geico ad. I would use this pen, but I would hate to deprive my daughter of such luxuries.
Maxwell the pig. Yeah, I think that's right, Lip. It's Maxwell the pig.
I need to take notes. I need a pencil here. I got this colored pencil. This will do. Okay, who is Michael Wellman? Wait, no. Samuel Ostman is joining us. There's more that happened.
There once was a Michael who put to sea, and the name of that Michael was Billy O.T.
Samuel Ostman. 2 N's. Vampire.
Down, blow me, bully boys, blow.
Okay, a sheik whom you can recognize as Michael Wellman, and a fairy queen, presumably Veronica Ashcroft, under her ornate mask, are discussing something with a small group of guests near the fireplace. The sheik notices you and waves you for you to join him. Hold on.
So the Feelies, I think, want us to think she's the murderer, by the way.
Yeah, but also, it says the word... No, she is the murderer. You want to know why?
Why?
She's the murderer. Presumably.
Well,
Veronica
because she invited
Ashcroft.
us here.
And she is framing us for murder.
Yeah.
Why will she
she's
invite
almost
us?
certainly the murderer, but hopefully she did it in a gimp suit.
Think about it like this
in
too.
A gorilla suit.
She buys up all the costumes, and so all that's left is a cowboy one that has a gun, and
John, we have to stop the stream.
Why?
Because there is a weird Maxwell the pig story that I want to know of.
Okay, Lip, tell us that. I'm writing notes right now. Sorry.
Yeah.
Michael Wellman.
I think Veronica is the murderer. I'm going to be sad if that's the case.
Yeah.
It seems a little too obvious. I don't know if you disagree with me, but that feels a little on the nose.
I think it's going to be on the nose, Nick. I don't think that here's the thing is that I think that Lou Ferrigno, the guy who wrote this, he's one that doesn't lie to you. He's not one for subterfuge.
So much is happening in the chat right now.
Oh, hold on. Don't you mean Fairy Queen? Yes. Ooh, the Fairy Queen. Or do you only use that spelling if you also indulge in virulent anti-Irish racism? Oh, I did not know this.
Now.
Lip says, so the original commercial with Maxwell had the punchline of the visual gag for the little pig going wee all the way home, and my dad in particular got such a kick out of it. Well, I think my dad used to do the thing. He goes wee 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 all the way home. ATM machine says that's an Edmund Spencer joke. Nick, there's also Velociraptor wants a Nick fact.
I mean, I already talked about penis.
That's the thing that you only know.
It's the only thing I know.
So much so that he got a pig mask and some pinwheels, and he stuck his head out of the window in a parking lot at a grocery, reenacting the scene. That is amazing, Lip. He's continuing though. There's dots.
I'm thinking about the nitrogen cycle a lot lately.
Talk about the nitrogen cycle. Tell me about this, Nick.
I mean, you need nitrogen for a whole host of things, including like your DNA. It requires nitrogen for the nitrogenous bases that allow you to code information in your cells. So nitrogen is an important micronutrient.
Yeah.
However, most animals and plants have no way of fixing nitrogen in the atmosphere, where most of it is. In fact, most of our atmosphere is nitrogen.
Okay.
So most of that is fixed into, is accessible to organisms like plants and animals through them being fixed by eubacter and other bacteria that are present in the soil.
Yeah.
Or in surfaces in the ocean or in fresh bodies of water.
Yeah.
I've been thinking a lot about it because we're actually going to get a computerized hydroponics farm for my school to teach the kids
how to grow weed.
Not weed. It's decriminalized in Philly, but I think we receive federal funding, so it's not possible to violate that.
What if Biden makes it legal?
One can only hope.
Yeah.
I mean, he's.
That's enough of the fact, Nick. Let's play this damn game. So the Sheik notices you and waves for you to join them. Join Sheik.
Join Sheik?
Yeah, join space Sheik.
But I don't want to shoot Sheik. Oh. Punch Sheik.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not there, Nick. He's not there. You have to join him. Join Sheik. Thank you. Okay, so ballroom near the fireplace. Well, we can't commit murder. We don't have a gun. Hold on. Tesh says,
besides we did them?
When I was in college, one of the earth science labs had a big green lit sign outside the door that said weed room in use, and it would be lit when it was in use. Ooh. Big Mike Ocha says, can you grow anything else besides weed in them? What else is there to grow? Parsley?
Did you know that parsley is in the Apiaceae family?
Yeah, I did not.
It's in the carrot family, John.
You were giving the milk away for free again.
It's in the carrot family.
No one's going to buy your cow if you're giving away the milk for free. Stop giving your milk away. I love to milk you, Nick. I do love to milk you.
In the context of the penis must grow.
Don't go milking yourself and then just handing it out to people. This is the south end of the ballroom. Okay, hold on.
I thought you were reading this.
I'm going to. 1 second. It is actually what I'm reading. I'm making connections here.
Yeah, no, we're not allowed to kill anybody.
This is the south end of the ballroom. A huge fieldstone fireplace dominates the south wall. The bar is to the east.
Suspect.
Oh.
Or not suspect.
Elsewhere in this large ballroom, there are scores of other party guests dressed in all sorts of outlandish costumes, such as a Pac-Man. On the dance floor are some of the older dancers. The band is playing breathless. On the periphery of the room, small groups can be seen, discussing everything from politics to local scandals. Johnson and Osman are at the bar. Titania, Queen of Fairy, is here. Michael, costumed as a sheik, is here. The sheik, Michael, nods a greeting. Oh, the weather out there is horrible. Glad you could make it. He introduces you to the group around him. And you already know Veronica? The fairy nods in your direction. She doesn't speak. You might find this worth adding to your story, he suggests. Veronica's discussing an upcoming horse show. One of her horses named Lurking Gru will appear. Yes. Thank you. It isn't a Lou Ferrigno game if he doesn't add a Gru.
Lou Ferrigno?
Yeah, he's the guy who made the game.
What?
What? He's the guy who designed the game.
Lou Ferrigno.
Lou Ferrigno, yes. You know the Hulk?
It's not Dave Lebling?
It's Dave Lebling. Thank you, Nick. I forgot his name. I thought it was Lou Ferrigno. Dave Lebling. It's not a Dave Lebling game without Grus.
I can't tell if you're...
Are
one you of trolling?
One of her horses named Lurking Gru. Of course not, Nick. Why would I do that? One of her horses named Lurking Gru will appear, and she describes its attributes in glowing detail, muffled only by the ornate mask covering her face, and slurred by the effects of whatever liquid it is she has in a large glass. Emphasizing a point, she waves the glass on high, but it's affected in her coordination as well as her speech. A bright red liquid punctuated with ice cubes pours out of the glass and all over her dress. As might be expected, the gown is white. She utters a word that silver-winged fairies aren't usually expected to know, and throws the glass to the floor. Michael reaches under his robes and takes out a handkerchief, dabbing futilely at the stain. Veronica snorts in exasperation and pushes him away. I'm going to go clean up. You just stay here. So, already, Nick, I'm going to say this right away.
We have an alibi for her because she's gone.
I'm going to say this also a reason to get out of her outfit, too.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to say this right away.
It's red.
It's red. So, it's a white dress, but this red stain.
But no. But it's a red fluid, so if you looked at the dress for blood...
Oh! I like that. So, here's the thing, Nick. I want to ask you this question here. We have played 2 other murder mystery Infocom games.
Mm-hmm.
The Witness and Deadline. Let's compare this to The Witness first. The beginning of The Witness and the beginning of this. We already have a ton of information.
Mm-hmm.
People, what they're dressed as. Some already.
What are you counting as the beginning of The Witness?
The moment that you start that game.
Okay, cool.
We're already the game is encouraging you to come interact with us, come here. Whereas with the Witness, it's just pushing you along, and it's not come play with me, interact with me. And
literally for 30 turns, you can do nothing.
You can do nothing.
That is why I attempted and successfully did murder the guy who
already we have. Should we stay and talk to Michael? And because there's stuff going on. Should we spend our time observing the other people here currently? Which is who else is here? There's some other people here too. Johnson and Ostman. Do we try to follow Veronica, the fairy queen?
Mm-hmm.
Big Mike just says, I think it's way more interesting thinking the game was created by Lou Ferrigno. It is. Sorry, it's Dave Lebling. I'm sorry. I did it again, Nick. I'm sorry.
What did you do again?
I thought it was made by Lou Ferrigno and not Dave Lebling.
That's never happened before.
What? Something being made by Lou Ferrigno? Lots of things have been made by Lou Ferrigno.
No. You making that, that is not a mistake you've made before as far as I've known you.
What, the fact that the game's made by Dave Lebling?
Well, confusing Dave Lebling for Lou Ferrigno is new as far as I know.
Oh, it's been a long time, Nick. I'm a little rusty. I apologize. All right, so what should we do here? I think that we should, of course, do what we typically do, and that is map things out.
Okay.
Get a lay of the land. So this is all unimportant. Can we though look real quick just for our own sake right now? Look at Johnson and who's the other person?
I'll look at a Johnson.
And Ostman. Oh, we know Ostman. Ostman is Samuel Ostman. Who's Johnson? Look at Johnson.
I cannot.
Oh, okay. Can you look real quick?
Ballroom, your fireplace. This is the south end of the ballroom. A huge fieldstone fireplace dominates the south wall. The bar is to the east. Elsewhere in this large ballroom, There are scores of other party guests dressed in all sorts of outlandish costumes. On the dance floor are some of the older dancers. The band is playing Breathless. On the periphery of the small room, small groups can be seen, including. Did I misspell Johnson? No, I didn't.
No, that's fine. So go east. The bar's to the east.
Ballroom near bar.
Okay.
The bartender is busy behind the bar. There's only concession to the party a small domino mask.
Hold on.
That reminds me of a Van Morrison song.
What do you mean Johnson isn't there? He's right there inside your costume. Check your pants. So go north for me real quick. We're mapping things out right now. Getting a feel.
Ballroom near French door. Baguette Eiffel Tower. This is near the middle of the ballroom, not bathroom, at a French door leading out to the patio. Elsewhere in this large ballroom, there are scores of other party guests dressed in all sorts of outlandish costumes, such as a man who looks like Cardinal Richelieu.
You don't know Cardinal Richelieu?
No, I don't.
That's Three Musketeers. That is the delightful Lou Ferrigno plays as him in the movie The Disney's Three Musketeers.
Can somebody independently verify whether or not that's true? That would have a legitimate Lou Ferrigno connection.
Why would you doubt that? Why would you doubt that, Nick?
I don't know. You seem to be in a spicy mood.
You're a spicy mood, Nick. I had to draw the cover art, okay?
You're a spicy a meatball is what I'm saying.
That's a spicy a meatball.
You're a polpette.
Oh, no, it's played by the sweet transvestite from Transylvania. What's his name? We love him. Space. Why can't I think his name?
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry plays Cardinal Richelieu in that movie.
Okay.
Fantastic, like absolutely terrifying in that movie. He is haunting and dominating, and so Tim Curry, also Gabriel Knight. Yes.
John A.
Okay.
Una polpetta.
Yes.
Una polpetta. Hey, John.
Yes. Discussing everything from public scandals. Michael's near the fireplace. Johnson and Osman are at the bar. Okay, so can we go east?
Oh, gotta go east. I can't have to
unlock the French door. Okay, so the French door is locked. So there's an exit here, but it is currently locked.
Okay, it is unlocked.
Oh, okay, great. Now go east.
We brought this back, John.
No. Let's not do that. Let's not go east. Go west. We gotta look at the ballroom entirely.
This is the dance floor, smack in the center of the ballroom. Elsewhere in this large ballroom, there are scores of other party guests, dressed in all sorts of outlandish costumes, such as a woman disguised as a peanut butter sandwich. On the dance floor are some other of the older dancers. The band is playing Breathless. On the periphery of the small room, groups can be seen, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Can you go west one more? Okay, can you go...
There are quite a few dances on the floor.
Go west once more.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Okay.
This is the middle area of the ballroom near the center entrance.
This is a big
Elsewhere
room.
in this large ballroom, there are scores of other party guests dressed in all sorts of outlandish costumes. The dance floor. Why? On the periphery. After a short pause, the band begins to play Mona Lisa. So we know that Breathless has played through.
Yeah. They've moved on now to Mona Lisa, yeah. And that's time related. So I think that's also an important thing to take into consideration. So go south.
Do we want to keep track of the songs just so that way we have a reminder of when the murder's going to happen?
Not yet, because we also have time on the top right corner. Okay.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Let the ballroom hit the floor. Ballroom south.
Volare.
Oh, dude, that's a fantastic song. I love that song a lot, and it's really great on Samba de Amigo. Written by Lou Ferrigno. This is near the south entrance to the ballroom. The fireplace is to the east, and the long hall is visible outside the entrance. Elsewhere in this large ballroom, there are scores of other party guests dressed in outlandish costumes, playing Mona Lisa. Yep, people are still discussing. To the west, the astronaut comes into view from the south.